Hello, I'm Carolyn Herbert from the Finance News Network, and joining me from boutique small cap manager Fairview Equity Partners is Executive Director Michael Glenane. Michael, welcome back.
Thank you.
Now, we've got a federal election coming up in early July. What impact is this going to have on the small cap sector?
We've been out on the road a lot lately, visiting our companies and picking up a lot of uncertainty out there. The consumer especially doesn't like uncertainty, and neither does business. And this election campaign that's coming up looks like it's going to be long and hard fought. Pretty soon, there'll be the warning season, which generally occurs in May. And if that's the case, what we're thinking might happen, it's going to be a pretty tough warning season coming through.
Now, there hasn't been many IPOs in the March quarter, so how is the IPO window shaping up over the next 3 months?
It's really interesting, but market volatility put the IPO window to bed for the March quarter. And what happens in that case is there's a bit of a logjam. These IPOs don't disappear, they just get pushed back in the queue. And it's interesting that especially last year, we've seen the results of PE or private equity floats, which have come to market a couple of years before, been primed for a really good first year, and then the second and third year, the wheels fall off. So we've learned a lot of lessons from that ourselves, and give you a couple of examples. Covermore, 3PL, Nine Network, and even Osforex, all of those had very poor second or third years as listed entities. So what we do at Fairview is we invest in about 25 to 30% of IPOs to the market. And it's more the ones that we reject that hopefully will give our unit holders some comfort.
And finally, Michael, any other issues you believe are worth highlighting?
I think there's two that are really interesting at the moment. The first one is after the resources relief rally of the March quarter, expect to see those companies, especially in the small cap area, come to the market to raise capital. Not because they want to, but because they can. And that's a window which we would expect over the next 3 to 6 months. Even more importantly, we think there might be an M&A surge coming along. It'll probably occur after the election. We've got the environment for M&A. And the first thing is easy credit availability. And the second thing is really anemic earnings growth from the large cap companies. For calendar year 16, large cap forecast on the EPS basis is a growth of 0.8% versus on the small cap basis, 9.3% growth. There'll be a lot of pressure on these large companies with regard to their investor base asking and prompting for earnings growth. And one of the easiest ways for that to occur is through M&A. We've seen this before in the mid-90s. Those conditions are occurring again.
Michael Glenane, thanks for the update on Fairview Equity Partners.
Thanks so much.